Shalom. In this video, I'm going to be sharing over 30 tips that I've learned in all of my years of living. So I just turned 30 and I decided to make a list of 30 things, but I realized I had a lot more advice than just 30 things. So I'm going to share some of them with you. Are you ready? This is going to be rapid fire advice. Lessons I've learned. That things usually turn out okay, so don't stress about them so much. Time heals most things. Always have patience. Usually good things come. You just have to be patient and wait for your goals and obviously work towards them too. Try your best. Always enjoy the moment and try not to stress about things that could happen. That takes you out of the present, makes you worry about things that probably won't happen. So just try to enjoy each moment that you have and don't dwell on things that have happened or things that could happen. Don't be afraid to say no. It's very important to set boundaries, especially if you're a people pleaser like me. I've had to learn how to not let people take advantage of me. Quitting is okay, especially if it's for your sanity. You know, if something's not good for you, if a person's not right for you, a job's not right for you, and it's taking away from your mental health, it's okay to let it go. You don't have to feel bad. You don't have to feel like a failure or a quitter, you know. Sometimes you gotta quit things. And my next tip is it's okay to do nothing sometimes. You know, everyone's like, work, you know, productivity, but like sometimes you don't have to do anything. Our bodies need to rest. Sometimes it's okay to just sit and do nothing, even sit and watch something, as long as you're not doing it too much. And then another one is a lot of the fears that I've had never came to fruition. So try not to be so afraid of things because usually they don't happen. And next lesson is always believe in yourself, because if you believe in yourself, it makes it easier to accomplish the things you want to accomplish. And the next lesson is it's very good to learn new things. Always be striving to learn new things. It's good for the brain. It's healthy. And my next one is keep your friends close, especially as you get older. It gets harder to socialize and have friends and make friends. So appreciate the friends that you do have and hold them dear to your heart. Next we've got don't procrastinate. Very important. Drink lots of water and be very diligent if you're on medication. Always take your medication. I suggest having a little pill box so it's easier to remember. You know, you don't want to forget that. And we've got communication is key and to use your words nicely. Then we've got appreciate the little things. That pretty flower that you see, the yummy coffee that you had in the morning. Take note of it and be grateful for just little things. And always follow your dreams. To me, having dreams is like one of the most important things in life. You know, you have dreams, follow them. It gives you purpose, you know. Then we got get creative. Getting creative is very good. Good for your brain. Exercise is important. It's not just about being skinny, you know. It's staying fit and keeping active. It's good for your heart, it's good for your mind, body, spirit, whatever. It's good to get some exercise. Half an hour a day of some kind of movement. You know, it's not good to live a sedentary lifestyle. And obviously some people aren't able to, and I acknowledge that. But if you're healthy and well, try to stay active. Don't skip breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. Treat yourself sometimes. You know, you don't need to treat yourself every time you do something. Every once in a while, you deserve a little treat. It's what makes life fun. Then we've got don't be rude or judgmental. It costs nothing to be nice. Get outside as much as possible. The earth is a beautiful place and we should appreciate it, so you know, get as much outdoor time as you can. It's good for your brain. Fresh air is super good. Our lungs love that. Wear sunscreen, very important. I've heard a lot of older people say, oh, I wish I had worn more sunscreen in my youth. So yeah, even if it's not a sunny day or you're not going to be outside much, it's good to wear sunscreen. Next is do not care what people think about you, because why? Why should we care? Especially if you don't know someone and you maybe you go out in your pajamas and you think, oh, people are going to judge me. Well, who cares? You're never going to see them again. Why does it matter? If you want to go out in your pajamas, go out in your pajamas. Next is make life an adventure, because life really, it can be a lot better if you think of things as an adventure, you know, and think of struggles as either lessons or a good story to share. Next is brush your teeth 2 times a day and floss as often as you can. Dental problems are awful and insurance doesn't always cover dental things, so you don't want to be 50 and your teeth are falling out. So take care of those teethies. Next is keep up with your doctor's appointments. It can be easy to fall behind, but it's very important as we get older to take care of our health. Make sure our bodies are okay, because you want to live a long, happy, healthy life, right? hope so. We have a kind word goes a long way. You know, sometimes you see someone, you think, oh, I like their shirt. Tell them. That could brighten their day. Next is always be prepared. That's why I have my car set up as a car camper. I have survival things in here. I have everything I need if I were to live in my car. And just in case of, disaster situations, or, it just helps to have things that you need. Like got a power station in here, a fan. So yeah, good stuff. Be prepared. I like to make plans for things like, oh, if this happens, I would do this. Now, sometimes that can take the form of anxiety and overthinking and thinking of the worst case scenario in order to think of a solution for it. And we have to try not to do that. We have to try not to catastrophize and overthink, and try not to always assume the worst is going to happen. Music and dancing is really good for your mind. Therapy helps even if you don't feel like you need it, even if you don't have any serious problems. It's just good to talk to someone. It helps you get through the struggles of life. Take care of your brain, obviously. Limit social media. I'm gonna go through the rest of these as fast as I can. Okay, sleep is very important. Start saving money early. Travel and experience the world and do cool things. And don't be afraid to laugh at yourself. You made a mistake. That's okay. Laugh it off. We all make mistakes. It's okay to cry. Make an activity out of cooking, because cooking doesn't have to be a chore. It can be fun. It's like making a little potion. You're mixing your ingredients together and making something yummy. It's good. We've got reduce, reuse, and recycle. Gotta care about the environment as much as we care about ourselves. Next, practice makes perfect. And it's okay if we're not good at something at first. No one's good when they first start out at something, so just practice. Drink less alcohol. I started doing that. I actually quit alcohol and I've never felt better. Don't be afraid to ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness to ask for help. It's actually a sign of strength and humility in knowing that you need help with something. And we got face your fears. You may realize they're not that scary. Next, be kind to yourself and treat yourself the way you want others to treat you. So if you do something wrong and you might think, God, I'm such an idiot. Would you call someone else an idiot if they made a mistake? Probably not. You'd probably say, hey, it's okay. We all make mistakes. So talk to yourself that way too. Next is to be yourself, because don't go through life trying to please others or try to be someone else. We're all unique. Let's all let our uniqueness shine. Then we've got not everyone will like you, and that's okay. It's a hard pill to swallow. It's inevitable that there are going to be people who don't like you, and we just need to accept that. We don't need everyone to like us. Life is uncertain, and that is one of the few things that is certain. The uncertainty of life can be scary, but we need to accept it. And sometimes you just gotta sit with the uncomfort of things. Then we got live in the moment and stay present. Don't try to control everything, because that is impossible. Stay mindful and self-aware. So, be aware of your flaws and always try to improve yourself. Next is be able to apologize and stay humble. Take accountability. Very important. Practice deep breathing. Long, slow breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Very good if you have anxiety. Next is have a spare key and have a spare tire. It's important to have spares. And money can't buy love. You don't need a lot of money to have fun. Always express yourself through ways, like your hair, your makeup, your clothes. You don't have to look like everyone else. Dress how you want. Present yourself as you want. Everything is okay in moderation, mostly. So don't feel bad if you eat a cookie sometimes. If you have anxiety, tip is to put ice on your chest, like right around here, because there's a nerve there. I believe it's called the vagus nerve. And when you put coldness on it, it soothes it or whatever. Another one, sometimes you're going to embarrass yourself, but don't make a big deal out of it. People do things all the time, and I'm sure someone else has embarrassed themselves in front of me and I don't even remember it, so people probably won't remember you embarrassing yourself. Next is avoid what ifs, should haves, and could haves. Those take away our joy when we just worry about things that could happen that most likely won't happen, so try to limit that kind of speech. Next is look both ways, even when you're going through a green light, because you never know when someone's going to run that red light. And then another one, eat lots of fruits and vegetables. Again, just very good for your health, good for your heart, good for your brain, and you can make them taste pretty good too. And don't overwork yourself. Hustle culture is overrated and can sometimes be toxic. We don't want to work ourselves to death. We only have so much time on this planet. We want to try to enjoy it as much as we can. Then don't try to push your beliefs on others. I moved locations on my phone. overheated and I couldn't record, so I put it on something cold and then came back to work. So yes, I was saying don't push your beliefs on others. Then we got think before you speak or act. It's very important. Sometimes we just do things impulsively, but always think about it beforehand. And don't hate someone just because they're different, and don't generalize things. Like maybe a guy's like, oh, this girl hurt my feelings, therefore girls suck, you know. Don't make generalizations about anything. Next is fact check and do your research. Don't just blindly believe things. Always use critical thinking and, you know, make sure that what you believe is actually true. Next is don't get too much screen time. Looking at our phones or computers too much is not good for us. Next we have don't make assumptions, because you know what they say, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. Next is life doesn't have an inherent meaning or purpose. You know, there is not one big point to life. We make our own meaning and we find our own purpose. You know, life means something different to everyone. Like to me, my life is about creating and inspiring people and, you know, following my dreams, seeing the beauty of the world. That's what makes me find meaning. And then you are in charge of your life. Don't let anyone dictate what you should or should not do. And don't let others tell you who you are. You know yourself better than they do. Then next one is you don't need to be skinny to be healthy or beautiful. Bodies come in all different shapes and sizes, and that's okay. We don't all have to look the same. It's okay to be on the thicker side, you know, it's okay if you're not conventionally attractive, you know, like to society's standards, because society has very high standards of men and women. So just be comfortable with how you look. You know, you can be confident no matter what you look like. Next is always triple check your work. I know they say double check, I say triple check. Very good idea. You know, for me, I do social media work, which involves a lot of writing, making graphics, so sometimes I don't notice an error until the third time checking it. So yes. Next is you can't pour from an empty cup. So if you're a giving kind of person, just make sure you're also taking care of yourself. It's good if you are a nurturing kind of person who likes to take care of others, but, you know, you can't help someone if you're not well yourself. Next is to give yourself some grace, you know. Don't be too harsh on yourself. Don't be too critical. You know, we're all human. No one's perfect. You can't be perfect. It's impossible. Then we've got failures and mistakes. Well, 1, you're learning a lesson. 2, you're making memories, you know. Sometimes I've messed things up, and while it can suck in the moment, you can sometimes look back and laugh at those things. Sometimes things don't go as planned and it can be hard, but sometimes things, you know, end up being better. They go in a different direction, you know. They say when one door closes, another door opens. My last piece of advice is that each moment is a chance for a new start. So you don't like the way your life is, or you did something that you're not proud of. Maybe you accidentally said something mean or hurt someone. Every moment is a chance to say, I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to be better. You know, you can always, it's never too late to have a fresh start. So that's something good to remember. Anyway, this ended up being a lot longer than I was expecting, and I have to get into work. So yeah, those are my over 30 pieces of advice that I've learned in 30 years of existing. So thanks for watching this video. Oh my god! Holy moly!